Welcome to Real Estate No-Co Minute. Finally, a real estate podcast bridging the gap between different cultures and helping you create the lifestyle you're looking for in Northern Colorado. And now your trusted real estate advisor, Martine Bonhoure.
Hello everyone. Today we are going to talk about radon. Did you ever hear about radon? Is it important to check the radon level when you buy a home? Would you like to know more? I personally, as a realtor, always suggest to my buyers to test the radon level. In this podcast, Maria Moore is back and will explain you everything about radon. As you may know, Maria and her husband Alex are the owners of ProCheck. Alex and Maria imported heavy machinery and worked large construction projects before engaging in the home inspection industry. Maria is from Fort Collins and graduated from CSU with an MBA. Together, they have two daughters in middle school, and they like to golf, travel, and cook. Welcome again, Maria, to our podcast.
Thank you, Martine.
Obviously, as a real estate agent, I am familiar with radon. When you purchase a home, you need to know what you are buying. Having the radon tested is simply part of the process, whether it is just for your information or to give you the opportunity to have the seller mitigate the radon in the home you are buying. So Maria, what is radon?
Radon is a naturally occurring and radioactive gas in the soil. It sneaks its way into your home through openings in the foundation. Since it's odorless and tasteless, it's impossible to detect without a test.
Thank you. And are there different types of radon testing or just one?
There are over 6 types of radon testing, and they vary in length of time. Some are 2 days, and they can go up to a full year. ProCheck uses a continuous radon monitor that takes 48 hours. These are calibrated every year for quality per USPA and RPP, and they're approved by the Colorado Department of Regulatory Agencies for use in real estate transactions. This test is the most accurate next to a full year test. There are a lot of home tests that you can do. They sell them at supply stores. They're much cheaper, but can take longer and are much less accurate.
Really, how worried should we be, Maria?
So not all states are the same. Some states have higher radon levels than others. In Colorado, we have approximately 500 Coloradans die of radon lung cancer every year. So it's actually a national concern. Colorado's soil contains a higher level of radon gas in comparison to many other states. And radon is the second leading cause of lung cancer in Larimer and Weld County.
Seriously?
Yeah.
That's scary. So we better test when we buy a home.
Yes.
What certification does a radon measurement provider need?
So before, this was an unregulated business, but now Colorado state demands that all radon professionals have a state license to work. ProCheck measurement professionals, which is myself and Faith, we're both state licensed, and we're certified by the American Association of Radon Scientists and Technicians, as well as the National Radon Proficiency Program. So not all inspectors carry the same level of qualification in Colorado. Be sure to check that your inspector is.
Yeah, you need to check for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Maria, What happens if the levels are high? What should a buyer do?
Radon's a problem, but there's a simple solution. It's called mitigation. The EPA acceptable level is 4.0 picocuries, but nowadays we really like to see homes below 2 picocuries, which again is totally attainable through a radon mitigation system. There's two types of systems. One is a passive mitigation system that is built into the homes built after 2010 in Larimer County. This system is great because it takes care of the majority of the problem and most of the costs. So you already have the system installed, but again, it's only in homes after 2010. For homes built before that time, licensed radon mitigation can come and retrofit a system into your home through the sump pit or a crawl space for approximately $2,000. Many times the passive system is not sufficient. So in this case, that whole system can be upgraded to an active mitigation system. All that means is that they are putting a fan into the radon mitigation tubes to pull the radon faster. And usually that's sufficient to keep the level below 2.0 picocuries.
How much does a fan cost?
The fan is only $500 to $600.
Okay.
So the expensive part is the radon mitigation system.
Yes. And how often do we need to check the radon level?
So the EPA recommends that you do a radon test every 2 years. There's many reasons for this. One is that the radon levels can change. I've seen homes where didn't have a radon mitigation system and the level was fine, and then 5 years later it's not fine. It needs to be mitigated, and that's not something we truly understand as radon technicians. There's it's more geographical reasons for that, but it's not something that has a trend. Also, you need to test your passive and active mitigation systems to make sure they're still working.
So that means that if I buy a home or want to buy a home with a mitigation system, passive plus active, you still recommend to test radon?
Absolutely. Most people put in a mitigation system into their home and then never look at it again. They never test it again. So it's been many of these homes have mitigation systems in there for many years, and either the fan is not working or they've created gaps or breaks in the system. So they're not working correctly.
That's good to know.
We see it a lot.
And how much is a radon test or inspection?
A radon test is $200 and it takes 48 hours. There's a discount if you do it with a home inspection. And we try and do it before the inspection and go pick it up. So when you're ready for the inspection, you have the results. You get the results immediately.
So a radon test is $200, probably $175 if you have it with an inspection, a home inspection. The passive system, $2,000, and the active system, the fan, is between $500 and $600.
Yes.
So when you buy a home, there is so much to think about, and it's very stressful. Getting the radon tested is really part of the inspection process. And the inspection is simply part of the purchasing process. And it's part of your acquisition cost of a home. Please don't skip it. If you call Maria and mention this podcast, you can get $25 off a radon test. Thank you for listening. Call me, text me, email me. All my contact information and Maria contact information are going to be on the description of this podcast. Thank you very much, Maria, for your partnership.
Thank you, Martine. It's a pleasure to work with you.
Thank you for listening to Real Estate No-Co Minute. To hear past and future episodes, please subscribe to the show on your favorite podcast channel. We appreciate your reviews and suggestions for future show topics. If you have any questions or a suggestion, please write to us at podcast@realestatenoco.com. For more real estate information, go to our website, www.realestatenoco.com.